If you struggle with lockpicking or simply want to become faster at it, then this is the guide for you. To save time, I'm not going to be covering novice locks at all because they're simple enough that any of us should be able to do them, and if you aren't able to reliably do them, you are in for some trouble with the higher difficulties. So lockpicking, known as security in Starfield, is a skill that allows you to hack higher level locks depending on your security rank. At rank 1, you can start hacking advanced, at 2, you can start hacking expert, and at rank 3, you can hack masters. If you have a plentiful supply of skill points, you can consider hitting rank 4 in security, which gives you the ability to expend a digipick in return for eliminating all picks that would not be used to solve the puzzle. This is pretty convenient for master locks, but it's by no means a necessity, and there are ways to very quickly validate whether certain picks will be used in a puzzle solution or not. For anyone who does enjoy lockpicking and doesn't want to miss out on accessing master tier loot, for sure hit rank 3, but rank 2 is where we actually get the most useful upgrade to our lockpicking skill that really makes things simple. The huge benefit of rank 2 security is that anytime you select a digipick, it will indicate whether it's actually slottable on any of the given rings in the puzzle. This is why I don't find rank 4 quite as valuable, as you can eliminate quite a few picks on master locks just by doing this process. I'm going to walk through a couple examples of each lock difficulty now so you can get a better understanding of what kind of techniques work best for each lock difficulty. The first thing to mention for any lock difficulty is that if you don't like the look of the lock that you rolled, you can simply back out and go back in and it'll be a fully new puzzle. Alright, so I'm going to walk you through my process without having rank 4 security, as it'll give you a better sense of how to do these puzzles right from scratch without relying on that as a crutch. Of course, you're welcome to have rank 4 security and it will make the puzzles slightly faster, but this will make you better at solving puzzles in general. So the first thing that you want to always do is look at how many different picks have 4 points on them. These are the most important for eliminating early on in your process, and the blue ring indicator is really going to help us identify whether we can even use the pick to begin with. Obviously, having all 4 points line up in a puzzle is much more unlikely than having 3 or 2 and then of course 1 line up. So this pick, for example, all the rings are white. We can't use this pick. It's automatically eliminated. This is kind of why I don't like rank 4 security, because I already get to eliminate some of these picks right out of the gates. So that pick is toast, but this one has 2 different slots it can go into. There is ring 2 and then ring 4 that it works, and then the same case for this 4 picker as well. This is the only other one, and this one can only fit in ring 2. So let's just take a look and see whether or not that's going to fit well. We've got that, and then we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so there are still 4 slots that need to be filled in this ring. Can we get another 4 pick to fit in that with this guy? That is an important question. If we can do that, that really makes the rest of the puzzle a lot easier. So let's see, can that fit? That does not work. Can we reorient this as well? Nope, there's only one way that this guy can go in. There's a chance then that that pick is not related to this puzzle at all. But if we do this, all we need is 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've now determined that both of those 4 picks work in this case. Therefore, assuming this 4 pick can also be used, which we always want to try and do, it should be used in the middle ring. So let's try and pre-align that and just see what we could be potentially working with. This guy's lined up. We need something that has either 3. We either need a 2 and a 1 or a 3 pick. I already see that we have this 3 pick that will fit perfectly in there. So great. The 1, 2, 3, 4 picks, those are all being utilized, and we've got rings 2 and 4 already covered. Now we can start working on our first ring, knowing that we've eliminated as many high picks as we can before we get started, and potentially would have bottlenecked ourselves if we used those picks earlier on. So this is great. We got rings 2 and 4 covered, and now we can start working on the first ring, knowing we've eliminated quite a few picks already out of the gates. And so we've got a 5 pick ring to work with here. Obviously, that's an odd number, so we're going to have to find a 2 pick and a 3 pick to fit into here to make this ring work. So let's see what we've got. We already are using... We can't use this. That's no dice. Can't use that. We need any 3 picker that's going to work here. But this is a great option. 3, 2. Let's just go for it. I think this is probably going to be our best bet. We know that for ring 2, we've already determined that we're using those 2 4 pickers to make this work. We're going to throw this guy in, and then this guy in. And then we've got another 5 that we're going to try and utilize. What kind of 3s can we make work here? This guy will work. So we need now a 2 to fit with it. And we've got, perfect, 3, 2. And then we know that this 4 can already fit. And we already discussed this, that 3 is going to fit it. And we're golden. So you can see, even on a master lock, just following that simple rule of eliminating as many high tier picks early is going to be one of the best ways to ensure that you can fully solve the puzzle. If you just went willy-nilly and solved each ring 1, 2, 3, 4 without accounting for those in advance, there's a very high probability that you're going to end up getting stuck somewhere along the way because you used a pick that should have been allocated to a different ring. All right, so let's try this on an easier lock. So we've got an advanced lock here, but we've got two picks that have 4 slots, and they can only work on the center ring. So let's validate quickly how they slot up and what could work with them to solve the puzzle. This ring, we can fit that 4 slot in there, and then we need to cover those 3 sides. That works great for this pick. What if we tried to use this one? How could this one potentially work? It can slot in here like this, but we need a pick that is very narrow with 3 slots. We don't have anything that can fit that, so there's a good chance that that pick is not going to be the one that we use here. There is no other orientation we can fit it in, so we can wipe this guy out. It's not relevant to the puzzle, and we've already used these 2 picks to solve the inner ring. Now all we have to do is solve the first ring, and we only have 3 picks that we need to use to do that. And that is just going to be this one, whoops, 2, and then we already know that this ring is solved, 3, 4. All right, so let's try an expert lock and see what we can work with. So again, using our rule of thumb, can we slot a 4 pick in? No, we can't. All the rings are white, so it's eliminated. That's great. Can we do it with this one? Yes, we can on the second ring. So let's see where it can line up properly. So we've got this lined up, and then we've got a 3 tooth that we want to use. If we can use a 3 pick, that's great. Can we fit that? Yes, we can. So we've got those 2 picks in use, and this one's eliminated. So now we just have these 6 picks to work with to solve the rest of the puzzle, which is awesome. So we're going to keep working down the line. A 3 fits there, a 2 fits there. We're going to solve this ring because we already pre-selected those picks. And then we just have 1 more ring to go. 2 fits there, 2 fits there, and we're done. All right, we're going to wrap this up with 1 more master lock, and we're going to apply all of our strategies to this, going through the 4 pickers as fast as possible. This is the only spot that this guy's going to work. Let's line it up where that's possible. We've got a 3 that we want to slot here. 1, 2. How many 3s can we use here? We can't use that, can't use that, can't use that. So it's probably going to be a 2, 2. Then we've got just a 2. And then we want to see what 3s we can use here. 3 and a 3. Boom. Boom. Done. And that's it. It's as simple as that. All you have to do is follow the principle of slotting in as many 4-tooth picks in as you possibly can while eliminating the ones that have no slot possibilities. And you then work down to the 3, 2s, and 1s, which are obviously more easy to slot in. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more Starfield content, do the old like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see all the things you might have missed in the intro mission of Starfield, make sure to check this video out next. See you in the next one. Peace.